Hello ladies and gentlemen, and now this is making a little pro bono video, and this is a call to arms to it's a call to arms to everybody that's trying to make this society do a lot better. You want to help people that are in need. You want to help those that need support, and God knows a lot of us need support for many reasons. You want to make a positive change in society, but there's the idea behind obesity in our society is an indicator of something a little bit bigger than just people not eating well, and it has to do with prioritization. I think, quite honestly, people have never had so much abundance in human history, while at the same time they have never worked so hard in light of such abundance. So what I'm trying to say is that as easy as it is for me to tell folks, well, you need to relax more, you need to work less, you need to eat better. Part of what I'm trying to say is that I think, as a human being, we all have a desire for fortune. We all have a desire to, buy the new iPhone, buy the newest computer, have the greatest technology, to go on vacations. All these things are normal, and they're usually what drives people to want to go to work and do all these things which they don't really like. So I'm not gonna lie to you and try to sell you the idea that you're not doing what you ought to do. Actually, you are, and I commend you for trying to make yourself happy with all the things that life can offer you. That's beautiful, and that's certainly something that's part of life and worth to be lived. Now, my call to arms is actually for those people that have found that they have more than they want. They have more. They have been able to, by their own effort, by their own planification, by their own exercise, to develop all these things for themselves. And there is, in truth, as most of you have seen, a watch or a clock. It's a system which ultimately shows you the time. That time would be the era of mankind that you're looking at to right now, which is the Earth in the year 2017. But all those little pieces of the clock that move with one another, following each other's rhythm, is really mankind in itself. I strongly believe that there's a place for everyone in society, and that you actually find by your own efforts and by your own inclinations where you are, the people you surround yourself with, the line of work that you choose, the spiritual path that you follow, even your sexual orientation. Everything is ingrained like a clock. And so I want to tell those of you that feel, the idea that you can feel, if you yourself feel that you can help and that you want to help, the idea is then to look, try to find peace first of all with yourself. You will see, and when you interact with people, you see that a lot of people carry huge levels of anxiety. When they communicate with you, you see in how they interact with you that they develop these personalities which are part of the issue. And where I'm trying to get at is that a lot of people want to help, but then we fall almost for the seduction of the devil. The seduction of the devil is basically telling you and showing you how everything that you've wanted in life, and please take this with an open mind, everything that you wanted in life, you don't have it because of somebody else. It's not a matter of do you need these things, it's a matter of how did other people do a mistake, And the devil seduces people in showing you other people what they are doing and giving it a meaning. This is an extremely important thing. A lot of what we call bias, or if you look, and just to keep things simple, somebody that's gained a lot of weight. You gain a lot of weight, they put you on television. There's even studies on this, on how, you know, when you have extra weight, television people, they tend to show like body pictures where they cut the head. It's mainly you know, a torso and upper abdomen and lower abdomen, and you know, they're trying to make you look heavy and give a view of you which fits into something. And then the devil comes in and he tells you, well, this is how this person did this. This is how this other person did that. Truth be told, you actually have no idea how they actually gained that much weight. You actually don't. They may have a tumor in their brain and you don't know it, unfortunately. Or they may have a tumor in their adrenals, and sure enough, they gain 40 pounds in 6 months. And then, you know, we come there to judge, well, man, you just had to diet. You know, you shouldn't have eaten all that stuff that you eat. Truth be told, things are more complicated than, you know, today we know in obesity medicine that there's genetic mutations that cause you to actually eat a lot more, and some of them which the bottom line behind that is that do not make a judgment based on what you already know. A lot of helping others is actually not condemning them in your own mind, in your own thoughts. You would be surprised how difficult it is to actually filter out these ideas and these thoughts that come to the mind. So you can take whichever method you want. You can do yoga, you can do whatever. But what I'm trying to say is that if you want to help the world, the opportunity is almost like in an ocean. You know, who can save, who can help people on a you know, that are floating in the ocean, if they're not on a raft, if they're not on a ship, if they're not on something that's going to get them out of there. You actually, the first thing you need to do is to stabilize when your mind processes things, so that not only do you not get tempted and destroyed by the devil, but the devil within other people doesn't destroy you in the process. And that's another thing. People are basically, and you see in today's society, people have become extremely famous at, you know, doing, if you look on YouTube, at doing mean remarks, at basically destroying each other's reputations. We have become, and humanity has developed very efficient tools of communication, among which YouTube, the media, and unfortunately a lot of it is used for gains, purpose, for reasons of purpose. Purpose is the opposite of balance. Balance is actually harmony, and it's a step above purpose. Purpose is like a vector of force, but what keeps things stable is not a vector of force. Usually vectors of force, such as political movements, you know, figures, philosophical doctrines, religious individuals that, you know, try to move groups of people to do something against another group. These are factors and vectors of mankind. But in truth, you have to first see yourself within that picture. Who are you? You know, and you'll be aware that, you know, when you have people in this world that are willing to hurt you and kill you without knowing anything about you, then there's something majorly wrong. There's something that's definitely wrong. So all these people that are willing to do these things, they are constantly being recruited in a mechanism of seduction through which we sell people all the ideas that you may want to do. The idea behind it is that people are, imagine, and you know, Epona from Zelda Ocarina of Time. It's a horse that Zelda, I think that's how, you know, he has like a carrot on top of a stick, and he can make it basically run everywhere. These individuals that move us around like that in society reach at you through everything that you desire. If you want money, they will find a reason to use you, to manipulate you, to do something which is it's a vector of force. Basically, they're using your emotions. It's extremely sophisticated. But if you really want to help mankind, the first thing that you should do is you should take away the power from those individuals by not letting yourself be controlled. If you look at how their independence has to do with how you live your life, how you eat well, if you do exercise and all these things, it's actually one big thing. It's not. It's an equation. It's a solution, and it is ultimately you, the individual, in all his aspects. This is absolutely important in terms of knowing how. And I will quote the Siddhanath group, which is a group of yogis from India that basically promote a philosophy of, they call it earth peace through self peace. When you actually reach a state of peace of mind, you will see beyond the doubt. Let's say there's 10 people, 9 of them are in a state of peace of mind. They're in peace, and one person tries to or start a struggle, a fight, or anything. It will become obvious. The arguments that people give you that incite anger are arguments that are part of that mindset. They are vectors that try to manipulate you, and they are words of seduction. They are not words to make you become happier. It is all worth whatever time of your life, which is unique and sacred, and you cannot replace it. Whatever time of your life you're willing to allocate to all these individuals to speech, and that give a particular type of speech and a particular type of narrative. So, that being said, I strongly suggest to folks, be very careful, be very mindful of what you hear. It is best to actually not hear people that tell you to harm others and that talk bad about others, because what they're actually trying to do is they're trying to seduce you. They're not just saying these people are bad. They're actually saying these people are bad, and then you have a role to play in there. So, take this little speech for what it's worth. I honestly believe everybody wants to, first and foremost, more than anything in this world, you want to be happy. And you want to, bar none, for those of you that have this desire, making the world a happier place actually comes in from realizing, and the way you realize where there's chaos is by being at peace. And then you will see a chaotic individual, how abnormal it is to say these things, how abnormal it is for an individual to speak badly of another person. It's actually an abnormal thing. But then again, it doesn't, we're not talking about the solutions of the world, because really you need to first focus on yourself. And you'll see the solutions will be what you will want to focus on. The world has enough problems that your free time can be easily occupied at fixing any problem. Let it be the homeless issue, the refugee issue, the lack of education in the world. You choose your struggle, you choose your battle, and then ultimately I strongly suggest to actually focus on yourself, because a lot of the time when people are in chaotic situations, it is a self-chosen thing. Okay? People change a lot according to the convenience, what is convenient to them. So don't try to, if you worry a lot and if you suffer because of the political ideas of other people, realize it, a lot of those people, if you pay it high enough, they will change their mind, and you're struggling and waste your time trying to change their opinion, trying to educate them to see a world in a different way. Interest has to do a lot in people's reasons and positions. So, alright, I'll have to continue this at another time. Wish you all the best.